Welcome to the Friday edition of Litter Media Live on this January 23rd of 2026, the day before Snowmageddon takes over.
That's what's going to happen.
We're expecting weather. Certainly are. I'm Dan Ramey. He is Aaron Glandon. And we've got several things we want to touch on today. And part of that is going to be preparing us for this weather that we're expecting.
Yes.
So we might as well just get right to at least the forecast part for today. Increasing cloud cover, much colder temperatures are arriving overnight. In fact, standing out, getting gas, filling up my tank, and the wind was starting to kick up a little bit, and it's only going to get colder. It may be 20-something outside right now, but it feels like it's around 0 degrees already with the wind chill. Temperatures drop through the day from the 20s to the single digits later tonight. Cloud cover with mid-afternoon temperatures in the teens tomorrow. And if you can see on our graph here, the snow begins sometime after 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And then as you take a look into the morning hours on Sunday, we are expecting by 7 o'clock, that will accumulate a little over an inch right there. Then we should, from what this is telling us, in the 10 o'clock hour, have 2 inches of snow, 3 more inches coming by 1 o'clock, 2 inches to come by 4 o'clock. And so all this was supposed to hit overnight Saturday night. Now it's looking like it's going to really start to take hold in mid-Sunday morning. Yeah. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that, and it'll be cold on Monday. Temperatures will drop to 0 or below by nightfall on Monday.
Too cold.
Yes. My son was stationed in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And last night we have DirecTV at the Ramey house. And I'm looking at the Weather Channel. And there's this little thing that pops up on the side where you can take a look through your remote at what your local forecast is and see what the radar is for your local. Well, I had forgotten that now keep in mind, he's been out since 2009. I had put the zip code in for Grand Forks. Forgot all about that. And last night it came popping up because I'm like, what zip code is this? And I clicked down on it. It was 20 below, 25 below, 20 below.
Awful.
For like 5 straight days.
Awful.
That's what's pushing down towards this moisture that's making its way in from the southwest, and it's going to collide, and we're not smack dab in the middle of it, but we're pretty darn close.
Yeah.
So that's so we'll go through some more things coming up in our newscast to help prepare you for the weekend that may be an extended weekend for some.
Yes.
If we have school on Monday, I'll be surprised. I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Coming up in a moment, we'll get you caught up to date with what's happening with news, sports, and this date in history just around the corner. But first, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They are your trusted comfort advisor. And this is that time of the year where, man, it wouldn't hurt to have a full home generator. They sell Generacs, they install Generacs, and they can keep you going when the power goes out. You want to find out more? Simply click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it will take you right to their website where you can find out their products, their services, and everything. AccurateHVAC.com.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
The
Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Littermedia.com is your hub for beneficial news that you can use. If you're ever in need of news, you want to go to littermedia.com. And we also have links to our social media pages up in the upper right-hand corner on our homepage, including X, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and Litter Media Radio.
A lot of people get news from all types of sources, but we give you the good stuff. So if you're looking for good news, you'll find it here.
Yeah.
And that starts off with longtime Ross County Fair Board member Gary Prater, who was in studio with us last year to talk about a building project. There he is with Sandy Free and the retired Mike Smith. He was inducted into the Ohio Fair Managers Association Hall of Fame last weekend during the OFMA's annual convention up at the Columbus Convention Center. Prater has served on the Ross County Fair Board for 40 years. Gary became the third Ross County Fair Board member to be inducted into the OFMA Hall of Fame. Wayne Prater was inducted back in 2001 and Jim Butter Colley back in 2004. And we've put this video on the story so you can watch it and hear his biography and everything. But this slipped past me, but you caught it. The producers of this video misspelled his name. It's not Gary, it's Gray. So when you click on it in our web story, you'll see it says Gray, but it is truly Gary Prater.
Yes, it is.
I wonder if they noticed that Saturday night when they were doing the induction ceremony. It's like, hey, how you doing, Gray? I don't know. Maybe there was probably somebody that did that.
Somebody. Maybe. The state announced the award of $10 million in Ohio school bus safety grants to 371 schools, districts, and county boards of developmental disabilities statewide. Nearly $100,000 was awarded to 18 school districts in Fairfield, Fayette, Jackson, Pickaway, Pike, and Ross counties. The grants will help ensure safer travel for Ohio students through safety upgrades to existing buses and the addition of advanced safety features on new buses. All schools and districts that applied for funding for eligible safety features received an award. So if you don't see your district on the list of recipients, they didn't apply. You can see our area schools and the districts listed statewide in our story at littermedia.com.
You don't hear about that very often, that someone will apply for it and they actually get the money.
Yeah.
And everybody got it.
Everybody got something.
Precisely. So perhaps this will draw the attention of the ones who didn't get any money.
Yeah.
And it says, what about us? You should have applied. Ohio University Chillicothe will host a professional development opportunity for law enforcement officers. The training will focus on communication skills, tactical communication, and is a part of an effort to provide professional development opportunities in support of surrounding communities and workforce development needs. The cost of the training is $150 per person, and it takes place on Wednesday, April 15th from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. And this will take place up at Ohio Chillicothe's Technology and Business Development Center on Pullman Road. And for those wanting to apply, the portal to be able to do that opens up on April 8th, if I remember correctly from the story. All that is in the story. at littermedia.com.
Yes. A new study released yesterday finds that Ohio drivers are less distracted behind the wheel when compared to the nationwide average. The statewide analysis from Cambridge Mobile Telematics shows that Ohio drivers tapped on their phones 7.2% less than the average U.S. driver. From January through December of 2025, U.S. drivers averaged 23.6 phone taps per 100 miles, while Ohio drivers averaged 21.9. In 2023, Governor DeWine signed a bill prohibiting all drivers, in most circumstances, from using or holding a cell phone or electronic device while driving on Ohio roads. So,
And you won't want to hold that device at any time this weekend when you're driving through the snow. So
absolutely.
You want to, how often do we pull up that, I'm going to show pictures of me driving in the snow. Don't do that.
Wait till you get home and then take pictures of the icicles on your porch.
Or say to your passenger, here, stick this out the window and we'll go from there. A reminder for you of what the snow emergency levels mean. Level 1, advising caution for icy blowing snow. Level 2, urging only necessary travel as roads become extremely hazardous. And level 3, closing most roads to non-emergency personnel due to treacherous conditions, with violators facing potential arrest. Now, keep in mind, call your employer ahead of time, see if it's okay for you to stay home or if they can operate without you. Most everyone has a way to, thanks to COVID, when we were shut down, most everybody has a remote way to be able to work. In fact, we've had that discussion ourselves. Aaron will be doing the show Monday by himself from home if I can't make it in.
Yes.
You have technology to do that.
I do.
And he may even introduce you to his cats. And
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
would your wife be around?
I believe she's off Monday.
So how about that?
How about that?
Maybe she could stop by and bring him a cup of coffee and set it down in front of him. But at any rate, on our Facebook page, in the news feed, you will find several things to remember, like the Ohio State Highway Patrol, I believe, put out some, here's what you need to do when you're out driving, and so on and so forth. So all of those tips you can find, and you put together a story yesterday on our website that has a lot of tips there, too.
Yeah, it looks
You
like
recall
this.
any of those?
This is what the website story looks like. So if you are on our website looking for how to stay safe in this upcoming winter weather, click on that story, and you'll find all that you need to.
Very cool.
Yes. Speaking of stories that were on our Facebook yesterday, the Lancaster Festival has opened applications for artists who wish to participate in the 2026 Lancaster Festival Art Walk. And this is going to run July 18th through the 26th.
Little
not
warmer.
January. Yeah. This will be warm when this happens. You'll find a link to apply on our Facebook page and obviously on the Lancaster Festival Facebook page as well.
Mm-hmm. We shared also yesterday that the Hotel MacArthur is another step closer to renovation. The Benton County Convention and Visitors Bureau says funding has been pledged in order to begin work on the hotel as early as this summer. According to the release, they have received an ODNR AMLR grant for just over $2.8 million, $1 million in brownfield remediation program funding for cleanup of the fire that had destroyed and really shut things down for this historic hotel. And the biggest bulk coming from the United States, $5 million listed in the U.S. fiscal year budget for 2026 through the HUD Community Project Funding Grant. So if you've ever driven through MacArthur and you see that hotel sitting there, I remember seeing it for the first time and I thought to myself, wow, that's a major looking hotel for a small little burg like this.
Yeah.
But they are going to restore it and bring it back to life. And I think that'll be a big boom for visitors coming through here with the World Heritage inscription and everything. So
yeah, absolutely
happy to see that happen, and always good to get money to be able to do things with it. Certainly.
Yeah.
You're doing some good there. All right. You'll find more details on our Facebook page, on our X page, as well as littermedia.com. And that's where we're going to go in just a moment for sports. That's on the way next.
Wherever you are there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Time to take a look at sports. I'm sorry.
And how are we going to do that?
We were just updating a score as we were going through here. Go to littermedia.com, and that's where you can find the Haynes Total Healthcare Center high school scoreboard. And while you're there, you will see that we had a couple of boys' games played last night. Amanda Clear Creek fell to Grove City Christian, Fairfield Christian, a winner over Madison Christian. We just got this score into us. Wellston gets their first win on the season. 47-39 in a win over Ross County Christian. Portsmouth Clay, Belpre also getting non-conference victories. McLean defeated Jackson in a makeup game from the night before, 43-37, and McLean's Paisley Pryor scored her 1,000th career point in that game. SVC, there were 3 games played last night. Unioto, a winner over Adina, 70-39. Southeastern edged Huntington, 37-36. And Payne Valley gets past Westfall, 46-38. Other winners included Green, East, Eastern Pike over Western, 74-9. And that's not a misprint. And the 3 games in the SOC2, the 3 teams who didn't win, a combined 25 points. Ooh. Eastern beats Western 74-9. South Gallia over Northwest 65-7. And Sims Valley over Oak Hill 55-9. Ouch. Waverly suffered a loss, falling to Lucasville Valley 53-47. Memphis and Portsmouth West picked up wins, along with Peebles and Fairfield, Leesburg Fairfield. Portsmouth a winner over Dawson Bryant. Fairland and Gallia Academy also picked up wins. And there's more there for you from the TVC as well. We had some swimming results to share with you. Hillsboro, a winner over Chillicothe and Unioto in boys action. Girls action had Unioto winning over Chillicothe and Hillsboro. And in wrestling, Chillicothe beat Jackson on boys' side of things. On the girls' side of things, Jackson was a winner over Chillicothe. So there you have. We'll have more scores and everything for you later tonight on littermedia.com.
Yeah, and if you're expecting a game to be played, make sure you're keeping up on the team's social media this weekend, because you want to make sure that those games are actually being played, and you're not going to show up to a gym with no teams there because of postponement.
Precisely. And a quick reminder that check our social media and everything as you go out, like you said. Logan Elm and Circleville, for instance, moved theirs up. Their Hall of Fame ceremonies will take place around 2:30 or so. So it's not a 7:30 evening deal. It'll all be said and done with, so get there early in the day. And they start at noon with freshman boys basketball.
Yes. OSU women last night, they had to come from behind, but they managed an 81-67 victory over Indiana. The number 12 Bucks will travel to number 10 Iowa on Sunday afternoon. The Ohio State men, they're going to face number 3 Michigan tonight on Fox from Chrysler Arena. Is that Chrysler?
Yes.
In Ann Arbor.
That's how it's spelled.
It's weird. That's not like the Chrysler building.
No. Well, it's It's not like the Chrysler vehicle either.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a name.
And the Ohio Bobcats are home tonight with the Akron Zips on ESPNU. The Rio Grande Red Storm men have struggled this season. They're 9-10 right now, and they're in Indiana tonight to face IU Columbus, so maybe they'll be able to break even.
Yeah, they're 9-10 right now, but the Rio women, that's a different story. They're 18-1, and they will tip off at 5 o'clock before the men do tonight, and that's in Columbus, Indiana. The Blue Jackets scored a 1-0 win. They got back on the winning track again, beating the Dallas Stars last night, and they did it early. They got it, scored in the first period, and then it was defense the rest of the way. The CBJ will host Tampa Bay tomorrow night, and I'm sure they're happy to be in Ohio, where they'd rather be home in Florida, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Cavaliers will host the Sacramento Kings tonight, and Sunday, the New England Patriots travel to Denver. AFC Championship game, by the way. The NFL Coach of the Year was announced, Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
Of the New England Patriots, an Ohio State guy. And the NFC title will be decided in Seattle between the Rams and the Seahawks. Super Bowl coming up on February 8th. This date in history coming your way in just a moment on Litter Media Live.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane, online propane monitoring and reporting. Know your home's consumption and gas remaining in the tank. You can find out more at litterpropane.com.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Time for this date in history. And this date was when Super Bowl 27 was played.
Who won?
I'm trying to remember who was in 83. That might have been, was that a Dolphins game? I can't remember.
That might have been the Redskins. No, that was
79, I think. No.
We won 2 in the 80s and 1 in the 90s.
We.
Speaking
of the Redskins fans.
Yes.
Trying to remember. Look that up while I'm doing this date in history, if you don't mind.
It was the Super Bowl in the year 1983, not the 1983 season.
It was the 82
right?
season.
Okay.
Yeah. The A-Team made its debut on NBC TV on this date in 1983. Its run went right up until 1987 in March, and it was 2 episodes shy of 100, which is like a landmark for all TV series. You got to get 100 episodes in. Can you imagine how disappointed they were? But
Probably
how many times can you see them knock BA out to get him on a plane to go do something incredible?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the A-Team?
No. It was the Washington Redskins defeating the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, there you go.
So I told you.
Is that the game where Gaio Premium tried to throw a pass because the field goal was blocked, I think, and he picked it up and he tried throwing it, and being a soccer player, he had no idea of what to do with his hands.
I can tell you it was at the Rose Bowl, and it was a final score of 27-17.
And I believe Mike Bass might have been the guy who returned it for a touchdown, I think. Bob Greasy was the quarterback at the time. In fact, I think that was our This Date in History last week was the Miami Dolphins. No,
It was the undefeated Dolphins.
that was right. That's right. Okay.
10
Getting
years
all
earlier.
these things mixed in. Yes. All right. So the A-Team featured legendary actor George Peppard. He was Colonel John Hannibal Smith. Keep hearing Mr. T say, Hannibal. That will work, Hannibal. Murdoch, who was a captain, but he had some mental issues, and he was the kind of like the technical genius behind everything. You had Mr. T, who was B.A. Baracus,
right,
and then you had Dirk Benedict, who played Lieutenant Templeton Faceman Peck. Now, you might have seen the movie.
Nope.
You didn't see the movie?
Nope.
Liam Neeson comes along in the movie. Bradley Cooper plays the part of Face. You had B.A. was played by Quentin Jackson, and Murdoch was Charlton Copley. I can't say I remember him for anything.
Quentin Jackson is in 50 Cent?
I believe so.
Okay.
How about that?
How about that?
So we were introduced to Mr. T, I think, in the Rocky movies, as he played
Rocky
Clubber
3
Lang.
would have came out before this.
Yeah, and so then he comes back again, and of course he had already established the "I pity the fool" moniker that he used to use.
This would have came out right around the same time as Rocky 3.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it was real quick. It was like, hey, that's the guy from Rocky 3.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen him, but then suddenly you see him everywhere. But as we go back, we were sitting here talking about why in the world a TV show debuted now, and that's why I thought maybe it was right after a Super Bowl, and sure enough, it was on NBC. So it's a shame they didn't reach 100.
Yeah.
But the most visible viewership they had demonstrated the power of the post-Super Bowl time slot. Almost 22 million people watched the first episode of the A-Team. And they came back for more.
Yeah.
Through 1987.
Wow.
All right. Now, is it a national day today?
It is. It always is. The answer will always be yes to that question.
That's why we have the calendar.
National Handwriting Day. And you're going to say this isn't right, but it is. It's Pie Day, but not the pie you're thinking of.
This is the pie with an E?
This is the pie with an E, the kind that you
edible
eat.
pie?
Yes.
Very good.
Math Pie Day is March 14th.
By the way, speaking of pies, our friends at McDonald's have brought back the strawberry and cream pie.
Ooh.
Yes, I love
sounds
those.
good.
I got 2 of them yesterday for lunch.
And it is Security Technician Day.
Security technician. Now, this is Friday. We don't have the Saturday, Sunday.
Let me go get them.
Yeah, I better get that. As he saunters off to grab the calendar that he received for Christmas a month ago, he is about to bring us to tell us this is all cold copy reading here, so this should be interesting. And to see if there are things that he doesn't know that he's about to learn about.
Tomorrow, Saturday the 24th, it's Beer Can Appreciation Day.
Is that right?
Us in the Classic Brands warehouse, we can appreciate that. It is Compliment Day, and it is Peanut Butter Day.
Ah, that peanut butter looks very good at the roof of your mouth. There's a 2 for 1 right there.
Yeah. And then Sunday the 25th is Florida Day.
Because we'll be thinking about Florida.
Yeah, we will.
Because of the snow we'll have.
Irish Coffee Day. And Opposite Day.
Opposite Day.
Yes.
So it'll be very cold and we'll be wishing for warmer weather. So there's the opposite.
We'll be wishing that we were in Florida, which is the opposite of
Ohio. With an Irish coffee. There.
Sure.
Everything links together somehow. That's it for today's program. We appreciate you watching. And again, we want you to play it safe this weekend and follow the winter tips that we have available at littermedia.com, and that will help you at least prepare for what we're expecting. And I liked what Jeremiah Johnson put on Facebook yesterday. He says, we may get 0, we might get 144 inches of snow. Somewhere in between, whatever the case may be.
Something's going to happen.
Be prepared. Be prepared. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for watching this edition of Litter Media Live.